Hi everyone, this is Jackie Cooper. I'm with Jcoopertravels, and today I have a really special guest. His name is Kevin. He's located out in Los Angeles, which is on the opposite coast of me, and we connected on LinkedIn, and I'm super excited to share his story with you. He actually has been helping small business owners increase their profit through his business. Kevin, thank you so much for being on. Would you like to share a little bit more about your business and how you got started in it?
Sure. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for having me on this podcast. So yeah, I mean, if I tell you more about myself, well, I just graduated from college from California State University, Los Angeles. I majored in business administration with option in accounting. At the same time, I also had I took two minors, one in finance and another one in real estate. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what I did in college. I was also there, the president of ECHO, which is an organization standing for Entrepreneurial Collegiate Consulting Organization. We helped students that wanted to start their own business and everything. So, I mean, that's what I did through my years in college. I'm also the founder of KCAS Bookkeeping, where I provide bookkeeping and accounting services. I also try to provide tax planning and also business consulting within my services there. I'm also certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor. I am a CPA candidate. If coronavirus is not closing down the testing centers, I'm going to be most likely a licensed CPA by May 2021. And yeah, I mean, I'm an accountant. I've been an accountant for about 3 years, but I come from a family of accountants. I mean, my dad, he's an accountant. My sister, my brother, they're also accountants. Well, they studied accounting in Guatemala. My two uncles, the brothers of my dad, I mean, they're also accountants. So I'm coming from a family of numbers. So yeah, basically me in my nutshell.
So I'm really impressed. So did you always know that you wanted to go and become an accountant and also be an entrepreneur, or was it because of your family, or was this something that just, really you were very interested in?
Well, I I have my different reasons why. I mean, I became an accountant because I mean, yeah, I saw my dad. I mean, being a numbers person and everything. But at the same time, I also became an accountant because I mean, in college, I don't think I saw myself majoring in something else. I mean, I do have a big interest in philosophy and history, which were the topics that I really liked in high school. But I mean, I see them more as topics that I can study on my side. Like I do that in my free time. But I mean, in terms of accounting, I mean, I really like the idea of, uh, I mean, providing accounting services to people, even if, I mean, I'm an employee and everything. But when it comes to business, like the idea of me owning on my own business, I think I always wanted to do that ever since I started my journey in college. I just didn't know how because I mean at that time it's just like I was trying to figure it out, kind of like what I really wanted to do, at least in the first semester. But once I was done with my first semester in college, I mean, I thought, well, I mean, accounting is for me. This is what I want to do. That's what I really wanted to do. Yeah. Besides being part of a family of accountants, I saw that the industry is very stable. I mean, it's very recession proof. I mean, we can see that in a lot of accounting firms that I think maybe just a few went out of business with this coronavirus happening. But I mean, everything else, I think the industry itself is very rock solid. And yeah, I mean, I guess
So
that's kind of. Mhm.
no, I think that's really exciting. I mean, I also it as we talked about, a lot of times when you're in school, you're not quite sure which direction to go. So having a passion and interest, within college and then being able to follow it through is just phenomenal. Do you find that? How do you find your clients? Just out of curiosity.
Well, everything is through LinkedIn and Facebook. Yeah,
Yep.
right now it's everything through LinkedIn and Facebook, but I really like the part of networking. I mean, I do networking just because I like networking. Actually, that's kind of like the way that I found my first client, which was through networking. It was me giving a presentation in college, and somebody told me, "Oh, I think I know somebody that would like to kind of like help, that would want you to help them out." And then I said, "Yeah, I mean, of course, I will more than likely like to help them out." I mean, I went there and we sit down. They liked me, and kind of like that's how I found my first client. So uh, yeah, I mean the I think right now, because everything is done remotely, I find my clients through Facebook and LinkedIn. But I mean, normally it's all done through networking. And yeah.
So I do want to mention to everyone who's listening on the podcast as well as on the YouTube that if you're driving and you do want to contact Kevin to connect with him about his business, there will be contact information in the block of information above the podcast as well as below or above the YouTube. So you will be able to reach him, and then you can also reach out to me if for some reason you don't remember the name of the podcast, but you do remember mine, J Cooper Travels. I'll be happy to connect you over to Kevin as well. So what advice can you give people who want to start a business, in the accounting industry or in another industry? What kind of things should they be thinking about setting up or doing? What would you recommend?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to my mind when it comes to an advice, if somebody wants to follow the same business that I'm doing, it's basically focus on your client, right? Probably not maybe your ideal client, because probably you may not think about your ideal client ever since the beginning. But I would say just be comfortable, or you should really like the thought of helping somebody else achieve success. It's kind of like at least that's what has been helping me. I like the fact that I'm making someone win. I'm making somebody else business. I'm supporting somebody else business to grow, and also to kind of like be stable in terms of like accounting and bookkeeping services. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like my advice of really having that mentality of this is a win-win situation. You know, if you're starting your own small business, it's by helping others that you're going to be able to grow. It's by helping somebody else. So that's, I guess that can fall in every industry, but I think that's kind of like very that mentality has helped me a lot in my business.
I also wanted to share that Kevin is bilingual, and so if you know of individuals who speak Spanish and have a need for someone in the accounting and the finance area that is, bilingual, definitely reach out to him, because that is a plus in my mind when anyone can speak more than one language, because again, there might be individuals who have a need for this type of business support, but they might not be as comfortable in the English speaking language, but they definitely need the support. So, Kevin, I really appreciate what you're doing, especially because you're, just a few years out, and I look forward to seeing where you end up. I expect great things from you. And with respect to the Spanish speaking side as well, Kevin and I are going to be figuring out how to do this interview in Spanish as well. So if anyone's listening and you also, would like to share our bilingual podcast, feel free to kind of subscribe again to J Cooper Travel, so that way you can reach back out and listen to the Spanish version of our interview as well. Thank you so much, Kevin, for being here. Is there any last minute thought or advice that you want to share with those that are listening?
Just blessings to you all. You know, we all need them in these times.
Okay, thank you so much. I will talk to you soon, I'm sure.